Previously, in the solo leveling, Jin Woo had the key to a new phantom dungeon, but that has the Hell Tower, and just a guard at the gate was powerful enough to nearly kill Jin Woo, so Jin Woo had to hold off from climbing the Hell Tower, but defeating that guard dog gave him the recipe to make elixir of life, with which Jin Woo could cure his mother's illness, but the ingredients could be found in Hell Tower, and Jin Woo was still weak to explore Hell Tower, so he decided to go with the gate. Exploration again, as he accepted the summons from Hunter HQ. But the team that was gathered were all of his old teammates, but this time, some criminals were joining the raid because the Hunter HQ hadn't had many active hunters, but to be safe, an officer from HQ was joining them to keep an eye on those criminals, and this time, Cheol took the role of the leader for this raid as well. With that, they enters the E-rank gate to clear out the dungeon. Right from entering, they came across some goblins and criminals were enjoying their time beating them up. And Jin Woo was holding back from exposing too much, but everyone were amazed that he got a cool dagger, plus this time he wasn't injured at all. Cheol could see that Jin Woo definitely has a different vibe flowing from him, but moving a bit further they got to a three-way tunnel, and coming this far was too easy, so Kong suggested splitting into 3 groups to find the boss room faster, but Jin Woo could tell just from his senses that the left tunnel leads directly to the boss, so he takes the left tunnel to level up, and takes Ju and Cheol with him. Kim takes one guy, and Kong takes the criminal to the right tunnel. Kim was regretting his decision from their previous action, that he had left Jin Woo behind to save himself, and it was becoming increasingly difficult for him to face Jin Woo, so he decided to apologize to Jin Woo this time. And as for Kong and the criminals, they were wiping out the goblins, but Kong had a different goal in mind. Before coming here, a father met him and gave him a lot of money to kill those criminals, because they assaulted his daughter and now they are gonna get free in a few years. They were hunters, so Kong took the bribe to kill these 3. Kong cleared out his motives, and just when he killed them, Kim got there and witnessed the crime scene himself, so Kong kills the last one to clear out the witnesses, and just then, Jin Woo realized he had seen Kong with Jin Chul before, but when he heard the scream, he rushed towards them and saw that criminals had been killed, along with their one member. And Kim was barely holding on to his life there. He was near death, and Jin Woo tells Ju Hee to heal him. Because of that support, he holds out a bit longer, but Kim knew he's beyond hope now, so for his last words, he apologized to Jin Woo for before and leaves the world. Then, there Kong came out of the shadows, but Jin Woo saved Ju Hee. He was trying to kill the healer first to reduce their chances of survival, as he then made a new plan to report at HQ that criminals tried to break free and run away, and in that ruckus they killed other hunters, so he had to kill the criminals. He was planning to kill everyone, so Cheol decided to face him to save Jin Woo and Ju Hee. Kong was a rank above him, so he asked Ju Hee to cast a buff on him, but Kong underestimated Cheol for he was a mage type, but Cheol had trained himself so he was matching up to Kong, and Ju Hee kept supporting him from heal, so he tried to target her, and Cheol was trying his best and saved Ju Hee, but Kong was an assassin type, and Cheol finally lost his ground in frontal battle, but he pretended to lure him, and Cheol casts a fire spell, but unfortunately, Kong knew about his plan and avoided the hit, but just then, Jin Woo stepped in and saved Cheol from death, and Kong was surprised that an E-rank matched his power, but more so in speed as well. That clears out Jin Woo was hiding his skills, but he can't be a false ranker since his group knew him. Then there is only one way to explain, which is Jin Woo had a second awakening, that shocked the other 2. But Kong clearly remembered Jin Woo didn't had anything special even after he tested his power back then, but then again, he wants to finish his job. He tells them about the criminals and what they did, and as the victim's father asked him to kill them, but Jin Woo didn't fall for his petty tricks, because he tortured Kim and the other one before killing them. That unmasked his true self. He didn't took the job because he wanted to deliver justice or anything. He took the job because he's a maniac. He attacks Jin Woo, but Jin Woo was different than the others. He was matching Kong in speed and strength, but Kong thought he had more experience in this job. He drove Jin Woo into a corner, and the system sensed his bloodlust and gave an urgent quest to Jin Woo, to kill Kong. Now Jin Woo got another reason to kill Kong, and Jin Woo got ready and got him this time. Both gets into a bloody fight, but the Kong used an ultimate assassination skill and became invisible. Even then, Jin Woo was holding out, but finally, Kong got to land a hit on him. Jin Woo was bored and used the full recovery to get back, but Jin Woo was losing his emotion in return for his power. There Kong saw his bloodlust and saw Jin Woo to be the same as him because he had also killed a person before, so Kong tries to show that he's much more experienced than Jin Woo is, but Jin Woo blocked his attack like it was a child's play and used a murder-intense skill on him. He pulls Kong into an endless darkness where he saw a gaze on him and got stabbed in the end. Kong was beyond reasoning because he gave in to the lust of killing, but he couldn't believe that Jin Woo had both combat and healing skills, so, for just this time, he told Kong that he could become stronger with every fight. And after hearing his secret, Kong died, but he did save Chi Yul and Ju Hee, so he told them to go out of the dungeon, and goes off to fight the boss himself to level up. Then after clearing that gate, Jinchul comes there after hearing about Kong and his attempt, but he saw Jin Woo and was surprised by his change, but first he apologized for Kong and asked who killed him. After this, Jin Woo thought his power would be revealed and he had to cancel his deal with Jinho, but Chi Yul took the credit for Kang's kill, and told Jinchul that he got support from Ju Hee as she's an B rank healer, and even though Jinchul didn't believe in him, he backs off for now. There, Chi Yul told Jin Woo that he realized he wanted to hide his power, so he helped him out in exchange for saving him. After that, the case was solved in a self-defense case, and the three were released from questioning. But, unfortunately, that's where episode 9 ends, but stay tuned to watch another upcoming episode, and if you haven't seen previous episodes of Solo Leveling, then you could watch in my playlist section. Just go to Solo Leveling playlist to catch up. Until then, take care.